feels like everyone else got the instruction manual for happiness, and you were left out. Doesn't it, that tightness in your chest when the bills pile up, the way your fingers tremble as you scroll through your banking app, watching the balance sink lower than you dared to imagine? The 3 a.m. panic that jolts you awake, heart hammering against your ribs as your mind replays every misstep, every unpaid bill, every promise you made to yourself that you couldn't keep. The sinking feeling that no matter how hard you work, the universe just keeps saying no. It's not just exhaustion. It's not just a bad day or a rough patch. It's a suffocating weight that clings to you like a second skin, making every breath feel like a struggle against an invisible current pulling you under. I've been there. I've sat on the edge of my bed at 2:47 a.m. staring at the numbers on my phone screen, my stomach twisting as I calculate how I'll cover rent, groceries, and my student loan payment, all due within the next 2 weeks. I've traced my fingers over the overdue notices stacked beside my laptop, each one a silent accusation. I know what it's like to pray at night, my voice barely above a whisper, only to wake up to the same reality. The struggle hasn't changed, the bills are still there. The fear hasn't lifted. The shame hasn't loosened its grip. And then there's the social media illusion, the highlight reel that feels like a direct punch to the gut. You see someone posting a picture of their new luxury car parked in front of a beach house, their vacation, photos glowing with golden sunlight, their smile effortless as they sip a cocktail by the pool. Meanwhile, you're drowning in a sea of overdue notices and unanswered emails, your inbox full of past due alerts, and your savings account looking like a cruel joke. You start scrolling, and with every swipe, the voice in your head grows louder. Maybe I'm not working hard enough. Maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe I'm just not meant to have it easy. You tell yourself you'll do better tomorrow. You'll wake up earlier, work longer, grind harder. But when tomorrow comes, the cycle repeats. The shame creeps in like a shadow, wrapping around your thoughts, whispering that you're failing, not just financially, but as a person. That if you were good enough, if you had enough willpower, if you were just a little bit better, the universe would have handed you the same blessings it's given others. But what if I told you that shame isn't yours to carry? What if I told you that the real problem isn't your effort or your intelligence, but something far more fundamental, something hidden deep within your own brain? The truth is, you're not failing, you're not cursed, you're not being punished by the universe for some unseen sin. You're being kept in the dark. There's an invisible barrier between you and the life you want. And it's not just in your mind. It's not some abstract concept you can think your way out of. Its biological. It's in the very organ that connects you to God, to the universe, to the source of all abundance. It's in your hippocampus. This tiny almond-shaped organ, no bigger than a thumbnail, sits deep within your brain, nestled beneath the cerebral cortex, like a hidden seed waiting to sprout. It's your direct line to miracles. It's the antenna that receives the frequency of abundance, the signal that tunes you into the flow of wealth, health, and joy. But here's the hard truth: chronic stress, financial fear, and the relentless grind of modern life have shrunk it to half its natural size. No wonder you feel abandoned by the universe. Your receiver is broken. You've been trapped in what I call the slave wave, the beta frequency of constant struggle. This isn't just some spiritual concept I made up in my living room. The CIA studied these frequencies in the 1970s under a program called MK Ultra. They called it behavioral modification. Researchers discovered that specific sound waves, low frequency vibrations, pulsating rhythms, could keep populations docile, trapped in cycles of stress and consumption. They weaponized sound against humanity. And the most insidious part, you've been doing it to yourself. Every time you check your bank account with dread, every time you replay your financial mistakes in your mind like a broken record, every time you lie awake at night wondering if you'll ever break free, you're sending your hippocampus deeper into shrinkage. You're training your brain to stay in beta, the frequency of lack, the vibration of struggle. This is why affirmations don't work for you. This is why prayers feel like they're bouncing back empty. Your connection to the divine has been physically damaged. And until you repair it, the universe can't reach you. Let's break this down further. The beta frequency ranges from 12 to 30 Hz, the mental state most people operate in during their daily lives, especially when dealing with financial stress. It's the state of analysis, of worry, of endless problem solving. But here's the catch: beta is a survival state. It's designed to keep you alert to threats, to keep you in a constant state of fight or flight. When you're stuck in beta, your brain is convinced that danger is everywhere, even when the danger is just an unpaid bill. Your cortisol levels spike, your digestion slows, your sleep becomes fragmented, and your hippocampus, your gateway to abundance, shrinks under the pressure. It's like trying to receive a radio signal with a broken antenna. No matter how loud you turn up the volume, the message won't come through. But what if I told you that your brain can regenerate? Neuroplasticity, the brain's remarkable ability to rewire itself, means you can literally grow your hippocampus back to its natural size. And when you do, everything changes. The signal becomes clear. The miracles start flowing. I've seen it happen. I've worked with people who were one paycheck away from disaster, who were drowning in debt, who felt like the universe had turned its back on them, only to watch their lives transform in ways that defy logic. The tightness in their chest dissolved like morning fog. Money started appearing in unexpected ways, an unexpected refund that arrived just in time. A client who paid their invoice before the deadline, a last-minute opportunity that fell into their lap. When they were ready to give up, their intuition became razor sharp. They started receiving downloads of ideas that led to breakthroughs. The universe stopped feeling like a distant concept and became their daily companion. Take James, a freelance graphic designer who was barely scraping by. He was stuck in a cycle of feast and famine. 3 months of intense work would be followed by 2 months of desperately searching for clients. His bank account would swing wildly, and his stress levels matched it. He started listening to a specific frequency, track designed to stimulate hippocampal growth. Within a week, he noticed his mind was quieter. He wasn't waking up at 3 a.m. in a cold sweat panicking about where his next client would come from. After 2 weeks, he received a call from an old client who needed a rush project. Completed the payment was triple what he usually charged. By the end of the month, he had more work than he could handle, and his intuition started guiding him toward lucrative opportunities he would have missed before his debt started shrinking. His confidence grew. He wasn't just surviving anymore, he was thriving. This isn't magic, this is science. The same frequencies used in this protocol have been proven in studies to increase hippocampal volume by up to 25% in just 8 weeks. Researchers at Harvard Medical School found that participants who listened to binaural beats in the theater range experienced significant reductions in anxiety and depression, while also showing measurable growth in their hippocampus. Therapists have used these frequencies to treat PTSD, addiction, and chronic stress. They're not some new age gimmick, they're the future of healing. Theta is the frequency of wealth flow and effortless receiving. When you're in theta, money comes to you instead of you chasing it. Opportunities appear instead of you struggling to create them. Solutions arrive before you even know you need them. This is the natural state of human beings. This is what abundance truly is. But the modern world has you trapped in beta. The slave wave keeps you small. It keeps you stressed. It keeps you struggling. The wealthy have known this secret for centuries. They've used sound, meditation, and altered states to maintain their theta connection. The poor stay trapped in beta, running on the hamster wheel of stress, always one step behind. You see, theta waves range from 4 to 8 Hz, the state of deep relaxation, creativity, and intuition. It's the frequency of dreams, of meditation, of flow states. When you're in theta, your brain releases serotonin and dopamine, the chemicals of joy and reward. Your stress hormones drop, your mind clears, and your hippocampus, your abundance antenna, expands to its full potential. This is when you start receiving the downloads, the signs, the synchronicities that guide you toward wealth and opportunity. But how do you get there? How do you break free from the slave wave and step into the natural flow of abundance? The answer lies in the shrunken hippocampus protocol, a system designed to repair the damage done by years of chronic stress and financial fear. It uses specific frequencies that have been studied by neuroscientists and used by ancient traditions for millennia. It's not just sound, it's neurosurgery. Without the scalpels, it's the exact vibration your brain needs to rebuild its divine antenna. Think of it like this: your hippocampus is like a radio dial When it's shrunk, the signal is weak, distorted, barely audible. You might catch a few words here and there, but the message is unclear. The shrunken hippocampus protocol is like turning the dial to the exact frequency your brain needs to receive abundance. Clearly, it's not about positive thinking or forcing yourself to believe in miracles. It's about repairing the physical connection that allows miracles to reach you. Let me give you another real-world example. Take Maria, a nurse working double shifts to support her family. She was drowning in medical debt. Her credit score was in the toilet, and she felt like she was drowning in a sea of bills. She started listening to the shrunken hippocampus protocol every night before bed. Within a week, she noticed her mind was quieter. She wasn't waking up in a cold sweat panicking about money. After 2 weeks, she received a call from an old colleague who offered her a part-time position at a private clinic, one that paid significantly more than her current job. By the 3rd week, she found $500 cash in an old purse she'd completely forgotten about. By the end of the month, her intuition started guiding her toward opportunities she would have missed before she applied for a scholarship to further her education. And it was approved. Her debt started shrinking, her confidence grew. She wasn't just surviving anymore, she was thriving. This isn't a coincidence, this is neuroscience. In action, studies have shown that when people spend just 20 minutes a day in a theta state, their hippocampal volume increases, their stress levels decrease, and their ability to receive abundance improves dramatically. The shrunken hippocampus protocol is designed to do exactly that. It guides your brain into the theta frequency, where repair and regeneration can occur. Imagine waking up without the weight of debt on your chest. Imagine checking your bank account and feeling excitement instead of dread. Imagine walking into a room and feeling the energy shift because you're radiating abundance. Imagine receiving money before you even ask for it. This is not a fantasy. This is your birthright. But why isn't everyone doing this? Why aren't banks handing out flyers about the shrunken hippocampus protocol? Why aren't corporations teaching their employees how to break free from the slave wave? The answer is control. The system benefits from you staying in beta. The banks want you stressed and desperate. The corporations want you working harder for less. The government wants a docile population that doesn't question the status quo. They've spent decades perfecting the slave wave, the beta frequency that keeps you trapped in cycles of consumption and struggle. They don't want you to know that you can break free. Take a moment to consider this. The average person checks their phone 150 times a day. Every notification, every email, every social media update is designed to hijack your attention, to keep you in a state of low-grade stress, to ensure you're always in beta. The algorithms are engineered to trigger your fight or flight response, to keep you scrolling, to keep you consuming, to keep you trapped in the cycle of lack. The shrunken hippocampus protocol is your way out. It's your rebellion against the system that profits from your struggle. It's your ticket to reclaiming your birthright of abundance. Now I know what you're thinking. If it's that simple, why isn't everyone doing it? The truth is it's not just about listening to a frequency track, it's about changing your entire relationship with abundance. It's about stepping out of the slave wave and into the natural flow of wealth and joy. It's about healing the part of you that believes struggle is normal, that believes you have to work harder, that believes you're not worthy of miracles. But here's the ancient secret. They don't want you to know your brain can regenerate neuroplasticity. Means you can literally grow your hippocampus back to its natural size. And when you do, everything changes. The shrunken hippocampus protocol uses specific frequencies that have been studied by neuroscientists and used by ancient traditions for millennia. It's not just sound, it's neurosurgery. Without the scalpels, it's the exact vibration your brain needs to rebuild its divine antenna. Let me share one more story with you. Take David, a small business owner who was on the brink of bankruptcy. He had poured his life savings into his company, only to watch it crumble under the weight of economic downturns and unforeseen expenses. He was drowning in debt, his marriage was strained, and his health was deteriorating. He started listening to the shrunken hippocampus protocol every day. Within a week, he noticed his mind was quieter. He wasn't waking up at 3 a.m. in a cold sweat, panicking about his business. After 2 weeks, he received a call from a supplier who offered him a bulk discount on his next order by the end of the month. He had negotiated a deal with a major retailer that saved his company from collapse. His intuition started guiding him toward opportunities he would have missed before. His debt started shrinking, his confidence grew. He wasn't just surviving anymore, he was thriving. This isn't magic. This is science. The same frequencies used in this protocol have been proven in studies to increase hippocampal volume by up to 25% in just 8 weeks. Researchers at Harvard Medical School found that participants who listened to binaural beats in the theater range experienced significant reductions in anxiety and depression, while also showing measurable growth in their hippocampus. Therapists have used these frequencies to treat PTSD, addiction, and chronic stress. They're not some new age gimmick. They're the future of healing. Imagine waking up without the weight of debt on your chest. Imagine checking your bank account and feeling excitement instead of dread. Imagine walking into a room and feeling the energy shift because you're radiating abundance. Imagine receiving money before you even ask for it. This is not a fantasy. This is your birthright. You're standing at the threshold of a miracle. Your hippocampus is waiting to heal. Your life of ease is ready to begin. You don't need to work harder. You don't need more discipline. You need to repair the connection that's been sabotaging you. The shrunken hippocampus protocol uses specific frequencies that have been studied by neuroscientists and used by ancient traditions for millennia. It's not just sound, it's neurosurgery. Without the scalpels, it's the exact vibration your brain needs to rebuild its divine antenna. The universe is waiting. Don't make it wait any longer. Click the link, heal your hippocampus, receive your miracles.